Hi students, welcome to my channel Chemistry by PNSK. In this class, we are discussing about the shapes of orbitals. Okay, what is today topic? Shapes of orbitals. What are the orbitals we are seeing from quantum numbers? They are S, P, D and F. Okay. For these orbitals, how the electrons are arranged and how the electrons are embedded or how the electrons are revoluting around the nucleus with boundary or without boundary is explained by shapes of the orbitals. Shapes of the orbitals. Okay. Let's see how they are. This is a s orbital. In s orbital, it is having one degenerate orbital. Okay, one degenerate orbital which is filling with 2. Maximum number of electrons are 2. Okay, this is a for this L value. For this value is 0. With opposite spin, filling of electrons is 2. Okay. This is the shape of the s orbital. Okay, this is the shape of the s orbital. Yet here we are representing this like we are representing the shapes in two forms, that is cloud form and boundary form. Let's take the cloud form. This is the nucleus. Around the nucleus, electrons are revoluting. Okay. In the cloud forms, we are finding the electron probability somewhat difficulty. That's why scientists are providing us boundary structures. Okay, boundary structures. These are the boundary structures. If you draw the boundary, we should find the exactly how much electron is present near from the nucleus. Okay, this is 90% proved, or this is at boundary we have to find the distance from the nucleus to electron in the orbits is 100%. Okay, but coming to cloud we are facing some difficulty. Here cloud form 90% we are different. For 100% we are needing. That's why scientists are providing the boundary structures for the orbitals. Okay, here this is the structure of orbit of S. Okay, structure of orbital of S. Here it is a sphere in shape. Sphere or spherical. Sphere or spherical in shape. It is lie in XYZ axis like this. Okay, for detailed explanation we are writing like this. Okay, here the maximum number of electrons accommodated in s orbital are 2. Okay, as next point, as the number of s orbital increasing, sizes of the s orbital increasing. Okay, if you take 1s orbital, the size of 1s orbital is like this. Okay. The size of the 1s orbital is like this. If you take the 2s orbital, the size is increasing. Okay. If you take the 3s orbital, the size is increasing. As the number of s orbitals increasing, size of the s orbital increasing. Okay. Here 1s is lower in size compared to 2s. 2s is lower in size compared to 3s. Likewise, the increasing order of the sizes of the s orbital is written as the 3s is greater than 2s is greater than 1s. Okay, because compared to 2s, 3s is higher size. Compared to 1s, 2s is higher size. Here see the compatibility. Okay, next. is over. The second orbital is p orbital. For s orbital, L value equal to 0. For p orbital, L value equal to 1. Okay. For s, n equal to 1. For p orbital, n equal to 2. Okay. Let's see that one. This is the p orbital. Okay. How many degenerate orbitals are here? 3. They are -1, 0, +1. It is nothing but the px, py and pz. Px, py and pz. The maximum number of electrons accommodated in a p orbitals are 6. That are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6. Here we are the structure of the p orbital is in dumbbell shape. Dumbbell in structure, that is okay. Likewise, like this, the p orbitals are in dumbbell in shape. Okay, let's draw the p orbitals. This is the x-axis, y-axis, x-axis, y-axis, x-axis, y-axis, and also z-axis. Z-axis. Okay. Px, the orbital is along the axis. This is the p orbital. The orbital is along the axis. This is a px. Next, py. This is the py orbital, and this is the pz orbital. Okay. Here maximum electrons filling are 2. Px square. Here also 2. Py square. This is the pz square. Let us assuming from the electron, this is a nucleus. S orbital is in first shell. Okay. Here is the s orbital. In second cell, we are seeing the s orbital and p orbital. S orbital and p orbital. Next, in third cell, we are seeing the along with s and p, d orbital is entered. This is s, p, and d orbitals. Next, in fourth orbital, f orbital also joined with this s, p, d, and f. This is the first one, second one, third one, and fourth one. Okay. The p orbital is entered in 2. That's why these are 2px, 2py, and 2pz. Okay. Here, the point where the lobes are nothing but the nodes. There is probability of finding electron is 0, nothing but the sin square equal to 0. Here, finding the probability of electron is 0, nothing but nodes. Okay. These are the lobes. There is a finding the probability of electron maximum. Okay. From this we are calculating the nodal planes, radial nodes, nodal planes, and total nodes. Also this will discussing at the end of the class. Okay. These are the shapes of the px, py, and pz orbitals. Okay. Next, coming to d orbitals. Do you all know this? Next. Next one is d orbital. In d orbital, we have to see the 5 degenerate orbitals. Okay, this is the d orbital. Okay, -2, -1, 0, +1, +2. This is a dxy. This is a dyz. A third degenerate is dxz. Dzx or dxz. Everything is, anyone is right. Next one is dx square minus dy square. The last one is dz square. Okay. The maximum number of electrons filling in the d orbitals are The maximum number of d orbital electrons are 10. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay. In p orbitals, the structure is along the axis we are seen. But coming to d orbitals, the lobes are arranged in p orbitals, the lobes are with along the axis. But coming to d orbital, the lobes are in between the axis. For z axis only we have to see the along the axis. Okay. Let's see the dxy. dxy, dyz, dxz, dx square y square and dz square. Okay. This is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. This is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. Okay. We are drawing the structure for dxy. Here in p orbitals and d orbitals, the representation of the lobes are with respect to axis orthogonally. With respect to axis orthogonally, which means perpendicularly. Perpendicularly we have to draw the structures. Here dxy, it is in between the axis. This is the structure for the dxy. The lobes are in between the x-axis and y-axis. Z-axis also there, but for clear representations we are neglecting writing of the z-axis. Okay. Next one, dyz. Okay. Here y and z-axis are perpendicular to each other. This is the y-axis and this is the z-axis. The lobes are locating like this. Okay. The lobes are locating like this. Next, coming to dxz. This is the x-axis and this is the x-axis and this is the z-axis. The lobes are locating like this. Okay. These are the representations of dxy, dyz and dzx. Here the axes are arranged orthogonally, nothing but the perpendicular arrangement. Okay. Next, dx square y square. dx square y square. This is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. This is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. Okay. Here coming to dx square, this is the dz square. The lobes are arranged along the axes. Okay, the lobes are arranged along the axes. This is the dy square. This is the representation of dx square. dx square, dy square. This is the representation. Okay, next dz square is representing like this. Okay, this is a z-axis, x-axis, something, or y-axis you have to take. Okay, here the axes are taken orthogonally, nothing but perpendicular to the plane. Okay, this is the representation of the dx square, y square and dz square. Here dxy in these d orbital structures, dxy, dyz, dzx are in between the axes. Coming to dx square and dz square are along the axis as we seen in the p orbitals. Okay. The d orbitals are entered in third shell. Okay. The d orbitals are entered in third shell. That way these are 3dxy, 3dyz, 3dxz, 3dx square y square and 3dz square. Okay. From these structures, based on the probability of the finding of the electrons, we have to calculate the radial nodes, total nodes and angular nodes. Okay. Let's see the formulas of the nodes. Let us see that formulas also. Okay. From these shapes, we have to find the nodes, radial nodes and angular nodes. For radial nodes, the formula is n minus L minus 1. Okay, for angular nodes, it is L. For total nodes, it is n minus 1. For total nodes, it is n minus 1. These are the very short formulas for finding the nodes, radial nodes and total nodes present in the orbitals. Okay, by using these formulas, we are calculating given questions. Okay, these short formulas are used in NEET, JEE and advanced also. Make a note on it. It is important in JEE questions, NEET questions, okay, and also mains also. For CSIR and other for all competitive exams, it is very important formulas. Okay. Let's calculate one question. Find the nodes present in 3D orbital. 3D orbital. Okay, what he is asking? Nodes. For d orbital, L value is here. For d orbital, L value is 2, n value is 3. For f orbital, L value is 3, n value is 4. Okay, for coming to d orbitals, L value equal to 2. Okay, here L value is nothing but the angular nodes. Angular nodes. What he is asking? Nodes. What is the formula for nodes? Total nodes n minus 1. What is the n here? 3. So nodes equal to n minus 1. That is n is here equal to 3. This is the n value. That's why 3 minus 1 that equal to 2. There are 2 nodes are observed in 3D orbital. Okay. For radial nodes also finding by using this nothing but the n minus L minus 1, that is n is 3 minus 2 minus 1, that equal to, for the orbital n is 3. Here given n is 3. L value is 2. Next 1. Okay. 3 minus 2 minus 1, that equal to 0. There are no radial nodes present in the 3D orbital. Okay, angular nodes, total nodes are there, but radial nodes are not seen in the d orbitals. Okay, likewise in the exams, models are coming. Okay, next. Let us draw the structure of an atom by using before we are discuss the shapes of the orbitals. Okay, let's take an atom, nothing but neon. Okay, the atomic number of neon is 10. The configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. Okay, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. That it is representing in degenerating like this. This is a degenerate representing. Here s orbitals, 1s also there, 2s also there, and 2p x, y, z. This is x, y and z orbitals also there. Let us see how we can draw the structure of the neon or shape of the neon. This is a axis. Okay, x axis, y axis,